Good evening, everybody, and welcome to round number 6 of the Universal Fighting System World Championship. My name is Sean O'Brien. I got Ein from Atlanta here with me tonight.
Nice to
How
meet
you doing?
Sean? Doing good?
Good.
Yeah.
Excellent. So we got an interesting matchup tonight. So we have Matthew Turner playing Demitri, and we have Rodney Garland playing Bomb Man.
What an exciting matchup. Don't you agree?
I do agree.
Yeah.
What's going to make this match particularly exciting is Bomb Man.
Yeah.
This deck runs very few foundations.
Absolutely. I believe the exact number is 12.
That is not many foundations.
It is not many. And the Demitri, it's not your particular control Demitri either.
No, this Dimitri's pretty aggressive.
Yeah.
He runs a lot more attacks. And what's going to be interesting is one of Dimitri's biggest abilities, the thing that makes him a really good character, is he could turn your opponent's foundations face
Exactly.
down.
It's a very defining trait of how he plays the game.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So he's going to be. I think he's going to be forced in this match to use the other part of his ability, where he can gain 2 vitality,
Right.
instead of flipping those foundations.
Right, and he can focus more on the foundations that would stop his throw game, or maybe his multiple game in particular. So
Right.
he would target the Phidiophobias, if there are any. But in this matchup, it's kind of, dead, like you said. It'd be just more of a life game matchup.
Well, we have the deck list here right in front of us.
Yeah, and there's not many foundations to choose from at all.
Not many foundations here. What I'm expecting from Bomb Man is for him to use his ability where he can discard 2 cards to make his unblocked attacks deal 3 extra damage.
3 extra damage, yeah, exactly. And it's unblocked face-up attacks, is that correct?
That is correct. So
Yeah.
multiple's not so good for Bomb
Exactly,
Man.
yeah. Well, the thing that really intrigues me about this list is I don't know if this is the first time we've seen Squishy Wizards in a list like this.
Well, Squishy Wizards does have an ability when it's discarded to add more cards to your
Exactly,
hand.
it lets you filter more. So if you have another balance fighter to discard, you will draw a card based on its effect, yeah. So he just goes in.
So it looks like we're getting started here, and it looks
Yeah.
like Demitri is going to be going first.
Oh, dice roll 1 by Mr. Turner.
Not necessarily. Bomb Man,
Could
because
go
he's running
second,
so many attacks,
yeah.
may want to go second so that his character's ready.
And he's not running any 2 checks in his deck at all, is he?
Now, Mr. Turner's going to have to be careful because he does run 2s.
Yes, that is true.
The first foundation he played is Over the Top.
Yes.
That foundation has a special ability that it ignores progressive difficulty.
Yes, exactly. So he can just sort of play them for free without having to worry about overextending on his checks, exactly.
So right now he's had to play a foundation on a 2, then on a 2.
Exactly. And now
Here's
on
on
a 3.
a 3.
And now on a 3
On a
again.
3.
Yeah.
Now,
Okay.
Turner did run a risk there. He does run Dark Side Master,
Exactly.
which checks a 2.
Exactly, yeah. And if he had missed up there, it would have just been over.
Now, this is big here. You'll notice that Rodney reviewed Sacrifice.
Yes, and that card is very powerful.
Yeah, you get to draw extra cards, but you're forced to only play attacks for the rest of the turn.
And that is the strategy here. You don't necessarily...
Hold on, I may be mistaken.
Oh,
no,
he's
discarding.
doing
this.
the form ability. He's going to discard 1 Bounce Fighter, 1 Artifice Avarice, so he's going to draw 1 card.
And he's going to have +3 damage to all of his unblocked face-up attacks for the turn.
Exactly. And
So hopefully Matt saves some blocks.
oh, yeah, absolutely. But the thing is, he does have some minor mitigation with Portal Barrier, but I don't know if it's going to be enough here.
So he just played a Gravity Hold. That's a 2 low for 3. That
And-
attack has Flash.
Exactly.
So there's no enhanced step.
So if Turner chooses not to block here, he could respond with Portal Barrier. He did not respond.
He did not
Okay.
respond. Well, I feel like he should have taken more. Didn't he Bomb Man already?
He did, yeah. He would take an additional 3, yeah, per the effect of Bomb Man.
So we should probably stop this match.
Maybe, yeah. We might want to have to let them know. Well, unless the life totals have been fixed. Oh, wait, no. He's letting him read Bomb Man.
Yeah, he
So
may have had to have taken extra 3
Exactly.
points of damage.
He may have corrected him. See, and that you can clearly see on Bomb Man right there. You would take an additional 3.
Well, let's have a look, see what they sort out.
Yeah, okay. Maybe we'll just wait for the life totals to be adjusted.
And it looks like we are proceeding.
Okay. Well, it looks like he's going to play a Mega Ball.
Mega Ball special ability allows I believe the next range attack you play this turn is
-2 difficulty. Yeah. And it's a low for how much damage is that?
I believe it's coming in for 3.
Okay, for 3. So let's see. He did use Athena's Knight, which is a flip for normally -2 damage, but because Bomb Man is a male, he takes 3 damage off of it instead of 2.
Right,
Very
that-
powerful effect.
Really important when Bomb Man is going to be adding 3 damage.
Exactly.
If Mr. Turner
It's
doesn't block.
very nice mitigation. Oh, but Rodney did play another Mega Ball.
Yeah, that's going to be good for his next range attack. If you look at his hand, he does have a hair trigger.
Exactly, he does, and that's going to lead into some dangerous effects. Yeah. Now, mind you, he did check very poorly.
Yeah, his character is committed.
Yeah.
So this is going to be on a 2.
Yeah, but he does get it. So, yeah. So he did get that. Now, I don't necessarily know what Rodney could do in this situation other than maybe potentially check for a 5 on another hair trigger?
Well, you know,
or 6 rather, yeah. Or 5, yeah, no, because of the gravity holds effect.
I don't think he's going to do that. If you look at his hand, he's got a skull barrier.
Yes.
And since Turner didn't block anything this turn, he's going to have 4 momentum.
This is true. Oh, he's just going to let it fail. Or, no, it got blocked. That's correct.
Yeah, it was fully blocked.
Yeah.
So with that skull barrier, he could block Turner's attack, reversal, try to get him for 3 damage, and then cancel the next attack he plays after that.
It's true, yeah. He does have 3 momentum waiting there. Now, that skull barrier is an extremely powerful card in this matchup as well. So Demitri did choose to gain 2 life there. Which, you know, of course, there's no other effect to...
There's no alternative. He doesn't have any foundations.
Exactly. And this is where you see the matchup sort of become a little more intricate. See, Rodney takes a huge risk in not being able to block normally outside of his skull barrier.
Right, and that skull barrier is not going to be easy to block with. In fact, it's nearly impossible to block with the Dark Side Masters. That's 4 speed.
So if he fails this next check, I mean, that's it.
Now, Turner just added another Dark Side Master to its card pool. And what that card's special ability is, get +2 damage to all your non-ranged attacks.
Yes, and in this particular situation, that is an ally attack, not a ranged attack as well. So it's sitting there at an additional +2 damage.
So it's a 4 high for 7 right now.
And I believe it does have Demitri does have another effect that does say that it does not count towards progressive difficulty.
That is correct.
Yeah.
So that second Dark Side Master does not count towards progressive difficulty.
And that is a very strong effect in this situation.
Yeah, so this puts Rodney in a situation where he can't block with his skull barrier.
Exactly, yeah. And the clock is ticking because he can hit Turner's Demitri for as much as he, damage as he can, but if he doesn't see another attack string on the next turn, I believe we see Demitri do as much damage as possible. Oh, he plays it on a 7 there.
Ooh, that's unfortunate.
Ooh.
Just checked a 2.
That is very rough. Now, so, you never want that to happen.
No, you had to commit 3 foundations.
Yeah.
Which is going to make it difficult for Turner to play many cards after that.
Exactly. Now, but the negative stolen, though, it's if it's blocked or not blocked. I can't remember.
If it's not blocked, he could choose to leave it into his card pool.
Exactly, yeah.
And
but it is a slower speed, correct?
It is slower speed, but negative stolen has a special ability that says while it's in the card pool, after an attack deals damage, you gain 1 vitality.
That is true, and it does have the throw keyword.
So that's still going to do half damage with a skull barrier block.
Exactly. And that's a lot of damage. It comes in for 8 damage, is that correct?
That is correct because of the 2 Dark Side Masters preceding
So Rodney will take 4, and...
is Rodney going to reversal here with the skull barrier? He does have that option.
That is true. Oh, he doesn't. He just lets it sit there.
Turner checked another 3.
Wow, he's taking the risk on keeping that.
Well, I think he's counting on the fact that Bomb Man's not going to be able to do 27 next turn. I think that's incredibly risky.
It is very risky because if I were a player in this situation, checking all these attacks, wouldn't you want to use Dimitri's ability next turn?
I would.
Yeah.
High School Crush, though, isn't a bad card for him to play here.
Right.
It's fairly low risk, and because of its ability, when it gets added to the staging area, you have to reveal the top card of your deck, and if it's a foundation, you can add it to your hand.
Yes, and that is not a mandatory effect either. It must happen. Ooh. Okay, let's see.
So, it looks like Turner missed a High School Crush trigger there. That's unfortunate.
That is true. I mean, if neither player notices it.
No. All right, so Rodney reviewed another sacrifice. So he's going to get to draw some extra cards this turn.
And I do see some orange attacks.
I do see some orange attacks. I'm hoping to get a good view of it in the hand cam there.
Exactly, yeah. And I think we have another hair trigger in his hand. Is that correct?
Does look like it. I think this is going to be a pretty devastating turn for Bomb Man.
That's a lot of attacks. Oh, he has a clear cutter in his hand too. This is the card we were mentioning before. But he does choose to discard it.
Yeah, I think he intends to go ham here.
Yes, exactly.
I mean, it's a good opportunity. Dimitri's committed, so
Yeah,
he's not going to get any vitality.
And Turner does not have more than 2 cards in his hand. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Yeah.
And he just activated Bomb Man's form again, so for +6 to all of his unlocked moves.
Oh, and he chooses to lead.
With is that a Hyper Mega Buster or Super Mega Buster?
Super Mega Buster, the 2 difficulty one, right?
Oh, he did forget his status.
He did, yes. Oh, so the game state stops for a minute.
Yeah, so we're going to get that corrected.
It is mandatory.
So he does pick up a low block.
Ooh, that is interesting. Oh, so not super Mega Buster, but let's see. Okay, so he did play the 2 difficulty attack there.
And he did get the stun.
He did, yeah, he does get to choose the stun there. That is true.
So yeah, let's see what he's able to do here, because he really needs to block, but I don't know if he has a high block in his hand.
See, the thing is, the mind game here is that Rodney pitches the sacrifice on his review step, right? He does get the additional draw. So Turner has no choice but to believe that he's going to see all of these attacks.
Right.
So he really doesn't have much of a choice here. And the stun, it's just going to sit there for as long as possible.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, it should be noted, though, that if you partial block Bombman's attack, he does not get the bonus damage.
That is true. He does not get the damage. It has to be a completely unblocked.
Now, it looks like the vitalities have been updated.
Yes.
So Demitri is at 18. I'm sorry, Dimitri's at 14, and Bombman is at 18.
Yeah, that's...
He's now at 6.
He's now at 6 for taking that damage.
Oh, my goodness. So if Turner can't block here, I mean, that's going to be it for game 1.
Yeah, and that's looking very bleak.
It does not look good, and I imagine that Rodney has more attacks in his hand.
Yeah, and this match is going by so quickly, too. Ooh, he checks off 5.
That's not going to do it.
Yeah, it's not going to do it.
So we're going to move on to game 2. So let's look at the deck list. Talk a little bit about the sideboard.
Yeah, let's talk about this. So if I'm looking at Bombman, if I'm looking at Rodney's sideboard, he has 3 orders from Hydern, notably strong in the Zoe matchup. Right. And then, of course, you have 3 Nobel Prize and 2 copies of Deliverance. Now, something to note is that Deliverance is another card that basically allows him to not block. So, therefore, not having the foundations isn't necessarily a problem for him.
That's right.
And he does get to take it to 4.
Now, looking at Turner's side deck, I don't feel like he's going to get much out of his side deck right now. Revoke might be able to stop some stun.
Exactly.
Scorn Beauty cancels keywords, and I don't think they're at the cost of a foundation. I don't think he wants to cancel keywords.
That is true.
Now.
There's really not much he can do in this situation, because the form ability on Bombman, there is nothing that can negate that currently in his list.
Now, one thing we didn't see from Bombman that first round was the golden ticket.
That is true. That is a very detrimental part of this kit.
Now, if Turner knows that there is golden ticket in his deck,
the Heralds
he may want to bring in Herald of Germania.
But we don't know. Oh, well, we did see a flash of the Deliverance from Rodney there.
Yes.
So if he does bring in the copies of Deliverance, then it might be over for Turner.
Yeah, this is a rough match for Demitri.
Because if he doesn't see the Darkside Masters early in his hand and he starts checking them early, then, I mean, the moment Rodney sees Deliverance, the damage is just mitigated entirely.
That being said, I feel like Rodney may have had an exceptional game there. The fact that he was able to review Sacrifice
2
twice
sacrifices,
right in a row.
And he had a Balance Fighter in the first hand as well. So
it looks like they're getting ready to shuffle back up. Turner is going to go first as Demitri.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, that does run a lot of risks. Demitri does run
super risky in this scenario.
Yeah, he does run a lot of 2 difficulty foundations.
Exactly, yeah.
So if he ends up with a hand of 2s, he could be in a bad situation if he forces the mulligan.
It's looking very rough for Demitri in this matchup. And honestly, we've been seeing that a lot today in general. A lot of very aggressive decks in this format.
This format is incredibly aggressive right now.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm pretty impressed with how well Turner's done. Because his Demitri deck is more aggressive than other Demitri decks.
It is very aggressive. Once you adapt, especially since during the teams event yesterday, he was telling me all about how all of the Demitri decks they played against were just losing because they had no way to control just the high damage bursts from the meta, or the sheer volume of attacks from Zoes that we've been seeing as well.
I played Demitri yesterday in the teams format, and that was my experience. You know, if you can't get to turn 3 or 4, they just come up and over.
Exactly, yeah. You have to have a god hand, as they call it. you really need to just see every possible answer that you have early, and it is very difficult.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So Rodney did bring 2 deliverances in, as we suspected.
Yeah.
I did not see, though, if Turner brought in those Heralds of Germania.
See, I think that if he does bring it in, it doesn't necessarily hurt him. Because he would probably take out the Mathematicians in this scenario, wouldn't he? Because Rodney's not playing enough Foundations.
Yeah, and there's no combos that I saw.
So it's just a big board.
Yeah. I think that Herald of Mania is also a good choice to bring in because it does roll a +2 mid block.
It does have a better
which
block.
is unusual on
true.
the foundation right now.
Exactly, and we're going to be seeing a lot
we
of
got
those
some
blocks.
opening hands here.
Oh, wait.
Not too surprisingly. Well, let's talk about Turner's hand.
Turner kept the
That's
mathematicians.
a lot of 2 difficulty there, though. So
that might hurt him.
Let's see what he does. Okay, so he checks a 2 high school crushes.
Okay.
That's risky because he could have checked a 2 there.
Exactly. Oh, an 8K degrees.
All right, we're still good.
This
is out of 5.
Ooh,
he
gets
got
the
it.
5. Oh,
that is a great first turn build.
And there's a dark side master on top. That is actually perfect for him.
This is perfect timing because with high school crush, he can make a 4+ check to get rid of it.
He can purposefully fail the check.
Oh, Rodney
get it out
reviews
of the way.
another sacrifice.
Wow.
That is very lucky.
And Rodney is just on fire.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not even sure with those foundations.
Yeah, there's really not. I mean, 8,000 degrees maybe, but
that's
it's
only going to mitigate 2 damage.
Exactly, yeah. And 2 high school crushes. Turner only has 2 cards in his hand to block with. And as we just saw, there's a dark side master on top. So Rodney pretty much knows that his first attack is almost guaranteed. So he's just going to pitch his cards.
Bomb man form, so that's going to be
he throws a hair trigger away.
His hand must be pretty good. I didn't get to see all the cards in it.
Yeah,
I do see another hair trigger.
That is true, yeah. A super mega buster. Yeah. And it looks like there is a what is that?
Can't quite make it out from here.
Yeah, exactly.
So I guess we'll have to wait and see on that.
Yeah, I guess so. Oh, I think there's a clear cutter. Is that a clear cutter in his hand?
I think he has 6. I think he has 6 attacks right now.
It might be 6. Yeah, I would assume it'd be 6 attacks.
So let's see if he bomb mans again. That's what I'm really interested to see.
Oh, you know what that is? That's the attack that.
He sure enough, he did it again.
Wow. So yeah, exactly. Because if he just does the math correctly here. Yeah, he's got 3 stacks on that, right? So every unblocked attack is 9 damage apiece.
Yeah, plus 6 damage.
I thought he had 3 stacks. No, he reviewed. You're right. Yeah.
So that's a super mega buster.
Exactly.
It's a 4 high for 5.
Yep.
But
it does have stun too.
It does have stun too, and it's a 4 high for 11. Wait.
He
Hold on.
wanted
we knew
that.
Was going to happen.
He wanted that.
Sorry about that, folks.
A little excitement got to you, Sean. It's okay.
All right, so that's -1 speed with the second high school crush. This is actually now a 3 high for 5, 11 if not blocked.
Yeah, man, that is a lot of damage.
Yeah, so hopefully he saved a high block.
Yeah,
I can't quite see what he's shaking in his hands. It looks like he has a search snake. But he's going to
half block.
Right,
he does have a search snake.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Another 3.
Oh my God!
But that partial block's going to be really good there because he's going to take 3 instead of
11.
But
what does Rodney? Does he have a mega ball? Because if he has a mega ball, this might be over.
That's a mega ball.
That's a mega ball.
So that's going to give his next ranged attack -2 difficulty. But he did check a 3 there.
He did. Now
so 27 is still a lot to count to, even with +6 to your face-up attacks.
Exactly. Now, so Turner is at 17.
He's at 17. Holy moly!
Oh my goodness! Yeah. So he can't block these next 2 cards.
Well, he has a search snake in his hand.
Yeah,
I don't think that rolls a block.
No, he can't do anything. It doesn't.
So he's just got to take it.
This might be.
This is not good. I think
if he checks a 5 here, this is the game.
So.
Yeah, that's a blaze whip. Is that correct?
That is correct. It does look like a blaze whip.
Yeah, it's a low attack. I mean, it doesn't matter in this scenario.
I mean, Dimitri's actually pretty good at blocking lows, but most of his blocks are going to be 3 lows. That's a hair trigger.
Oh, that's what's it going to be? Oh, he does fail it.
He couldn't have passed it.
He couldn't have passed it.
So
oh my goodness.
He's alive, but he's got to put in some work this turn.
See, he's at 25 to 8.
I would review that search snake right now.
Yeah,
with no momentum.
Especially if he can't do it. Yeah, he can't do anything. There is a negative stolen in his discard pile, though.
That's true.
So we have to see what he draws here. Turner is on his last breath, as it seems.
The thing is, Turner is really hard to read.
Yeah.
I mean, he always has a great time playing UFS.
Yeah.
So you can't really get a tell on where he's
exactly.
at. That's fortunate.
That is.
He just drew a Templar.
Yeah.
Which lets you draw cards, lets you gain vitality.
Now,
Dimitri's going to let him gain 2.
Something to note here, though, Sean, is that he does have a sliding ankle breaker in his hand as well.
Yes, so sliding ankle breaker. If Rodney chooses, hold on.
Oh, wait a minute.
Now, if he plays that negative stolen.
So Demitri did go to 10 life there, by the way. He did use his first form, so there is nothing he can do about that. But
and so I bet you he puts another
negative stolen. Yeah, exactly. That is. I mean,
that's unexpected.
Oh, see, you were just talking about that unpredictability from Turner, and here it is.
Yeah, I mean, I would have played this a little more defensively.
But at the same time, Rodney does not have anything he can do. He has no hand.
He could get some free damage here.
This is a handless bomb man. And if Turner can check rolling 5s,
He may be in a good spot. He's
Yeah.
going to do 25 this turn.
wow, that's a lot.
That's
of
a tall
damage.
order.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
wish he would have been in a better spot if he had like I don't know, just a little beefier.
Something other than mathematician would have been great here. I don't know what he can do.
Well, let's see. I wouldn't use that 8K right now because you got to pass a lot of checks
exactly,
right now.
yeah. Especially all things considered, he really needs to just see what he gets on this next attack.
So, I mean, I think they're kind of passing through their enhances. Looks like Rodney is going to take 6 points of damage there, and Demitri will gain 1.
Oh, yeah, it's true. It's true. So, let's see.
This is a... so, I really like this card that Turner just played.
Oh, I love it.
It's safe. So, one of the things that is dangerous about playing throws is they're typically low speed and susceptible to reversals.
Exactly, and on top of that, it can't be removed from the card pool. So it does make Rodney's Skull Barrier ineffective entirely.
Exactly, in case he had one, which he
Now-
doesn't because it's...
Yeah, exactly. Now, what I think we're going to see here... Oh, wow, he did take the damage. Yeah.
Okay, so he's got to check a 5 here.
5.
That's a 4.
Mm.
Is it a 4?
He
Yes,
commit.
it is.
I would think
Or
he
is
would commit a high school crush.
I don't know. Depends on how much he plans to block next turn.
exactly. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, if Rodney, and it's going to be very difficult to say, but if Rodney does not see enough attacks next turn, then Turner has a massive opportunity to
That's
just
true.
backswing with that Surveyor.
Actually, Rodney's at 2. I'm surprised that Turner didn't play the Search Snake
Yeah.
because that would have came in for 3.
That's true. He would have hit. I mean, you know what?
Unless he was worried about checking a 2 there, because if
He
he checked
might
a
have
2
been.
there, that would have been it.
He might have checked the 2. That's true. Yeah, he would not have been able to do anything. Now, this is all risky.
Yeah, I'm surprised he committed Demitri, but maybe he wants to
Yeah.
have
I mean,
the minus speed. But looks like Rodney has a feather shot in his hand.
yeah, he does. He does have a feather shot, and that is a multiple. Now, the thing we remember when we talked about it earlier, feather shot is the multiple. Is that correct?
Yes, feather shot
Yeah.
is the multiple, I do believe. Unfortunately, those cards all look the
all
same.
just, exactly.
Have
they don't-
very similar abilities.
Yeah, exactly.
If Rodney has any stun in his hand right now,
It
that is
could
curtains.
spell doom.
That,
yeah.
that'll do it.
Yeah, it could spell doom right away. Now, ooh, oh my
yeah,
goodness.
Rodney is at a crossroads here. Okay, correction.
We did have a life total correction. It
Okay, I was about to say a 2.
Yeah, it would have been a
It
little
would've
strange.
gone in there.
Yeah, exactly. Now, Turner does have a Templar in hand. It's for those who aren't aware, Templar, you can choose to block with this card, and before you would even take damage, you can respond to draw 2 cards and gain 2 life at the same time. Extremely powerful effect, and it has a +1 mid block. So, if you, for example, were going to take half on a block.
Oh, he's going in.
Oh, wait.
He just pitched 2 cards. That's +3 damage.
Oh, here he goes. Now, I don't know if Rodney knows this. Knows what to expect.
That is a silver tomahawk, and I'm so sorry to cut you off.
Oh,
there.
no, I'm excited.
But that is bad news bears for Turner.
Exactly.
That has stun too.
Mm-hmm. It
'Cause
does have stun too. In this exact scenario too, what's interesting to note is that no matter what happens, he still has to check a 5.
That's right. Silver Tomahawk has an ability that says respond after your opponent attempts to completely block this. Rather before, they have to make a check against a 5 no matter what.
Now Turner's using his high school crushes, but he failed both checks.
I mean, it doesn't do anything.
It doesn't
here
do anything
if
in
he
this
blocks
situation.
with a Templar.
Exactly, yeah.
And his other card is Search Snake, which if I'm
You
almost
can't-
certain it doesn't
has
roll a
no block.
No
Yeah.
block.
Yeah, well
So
there it
he's gotta
is.
check a 5.
So Rodney does have to choose to respond beforehand, which
I think Turner was caught by surprise here.
yeah, he didn't read the card. That's right.
He's still gonna do.
Oh, but
That
it's
is lucky. Very
That is
fortunate.
extremely fortunate.
So he's gonna gain 2 vitality
And draw 2
and
cards.
draw 2 cards.
Yeah.
He may be.
Oh.
Not good. So
One
he-
of those is a block.
Only one of them, and a high
Ah.
block at that. All
Exactly.
right,
Now
another Mega Ball, which
that's a
he
low.
can't block at all.
Exactly, it's a low attack.
So he's going to take 6 damage.
Do you
here.
think Turner will telegraph the block though? Do you
It's-
think he'll just do high school crush enhances here?
Well, if he does High School Crush, it could lead Rodney to believe he's going to block,
Yeah.
but it's not. Gonna,
It doesn't matter. Yeah.
no, it won't do anything here.
Exactly.
So
yeah.
he's going to take 6.
Yeah, he's gonna take 6, and there's the feather
There's
shot.
the feather shot.
And
I think
that's
that- I
it.
think that's
the
it.
multiple. Yeah, he commits, but that's multiple 2, right?
yes, it does have multiple too.
Yeah.
So, but remember, his face down attacks don't get the bonus.
It's true. Turner does have an opportunity.
He has an out here. He
has
block
a mid
the feather
block.
shot.
Yeah, he does have a mid block.
He blocks the feather shot.
Yeah.
Now,
He
Rodney
has to hit these high school crushes.
He does.
Absolutely.
Rodney may not multiple here though.
Yeah.
Because Rodney's an experienced player with Bombman. He'll know that those face downs aren't going to get that
if
bonus.
he does do that, it actually gives Turner a tell immediately that he doesn't have a skull
We
barrier
are going
for
high school crush, so that's going to
that does
fail.
tombstone center on that.
He
check.
is going to go with the multiple. So this is a must block scenario.
Absolutely.
Okay, so he does get -1 speed.
Yeah.
So, oh man, this is actually turning quite a nail biter here.
Exactly.
If Turner can survive this turn, he's very likely to kill Rodney because he has Surveyor, which allows him to get back his.
Exactly. Oh, but he has to half block.
That's fine because he doesn't get that bonus.
That's true. Yep, he does make
that's
the check.
going to do it.
Yeah,
so
he makes the check.
He's going to take 2 damage.
2 damage. That's correct.
And he could.
Down to 5.
He is down to 5.
Well,
he has to block at least.
I don't think he can do it. No, he can't do it. Down to 1.
He has no blocks in his hand.
No
What's
blocks.
he doing?
Is he just stalling?
I think he's just trolling him at this
Yeah.
point.
Yeah, I think he just wants it to look good for the. He wants Rodney to finish.
What I like about playing against Turner, watching him play, is you can't tell. He's even going to put the non-block into his card pool. See, I told you he was going to do it.
And there's the handshake.
Oh my gosh,
wow.
that is classic Turner right there.
And he's
guys.
laughing it off too. He knew exactly what he was doing there. What a troll.
Oh man,
Excellent match. Though.
Well, this was a good match. This was a match of 2 champions.
Yeah, exactly. It gives you 2 of the more polarized views of the meta at the moment. If you think about it.
So actually, both those guys are reigning champions.
Yeah, they are.
Turner is the reigning team world champion, and Rodney is the reigning U.S. national team champion.
That's true. And what's interesting to note, though, is that those play styles are completely different.
Incredibly different.
Yeah. And it just shows you that the diversity in the play styles, the characters, you can go far.
What does impress me, though, about Turner's performance today is he only just started playing. Demitri.
It's true. He has never played Demitri in a tournament match up until this point. It's absolutely correct. I know the man personally. I play with him. And up until this tournament, he had only been playing Jeddah.
Well, right now, he's in a good position. Despite losing this match, he will go to 5-1.
Exactly. He still makes top 16.
Yeah, he could probably lose his next match
and still make it. Yeah, absolutely. And the thing to note is that Bomb Man, completely unexpected from a lot of people in this tournament.
I really don't think so. There are a couple of very low foundation decks
that
in this
is
tournament.
true. Tomahawk Man
Tomahawk
is the big
Man.
one,
But we saw a lot of Tomahawk Man support
Zoe
in Rodney's deck.
It's true. Now, the thing to note, though, is that it looks like when Rodney built this deck, he knew exactly what he was going to go into. He knew that the meta was going to be more shaped around the aggressive meta.
Yep.
So there would be no point in even playing a defensive deck. Again, he has 29 life. Can you do 29 life is the real question.
29 is a lot.
It is a lot.
It is a lot.
And you see that with other decks as well, like Metal Man. I mean, they play the aggressive game so well that they fall back on this idea of, well, my opponent can't do nearly that as much damage as I did.
No, and when you're playing against Bombman, you have to do it quickly.
Oh yeah, absolutely. There's no way. And the thing to note is that the other characters in the format, even as a 6 hand size, he still sees the attacks he needs to see. And if we look at the list, 12, 24, 28 cards in the deck
that aren't attacks. But for Sacrifice,
Sacrifice doesn't. Yeah, exactly. It doesn't
Sacrifice put in a lot of work for him those 2 games.
And if you know exactly, like see Squishy Wizard, Sacrifice, Balance Fighter, those will all net him advantage.
Yeah, they turn into more cards.
And
so
it's very rare that Rodney opens a hand of Golden Ticket, Artifice Avarice, Clear Cutter, and no out. It's extremely rare. And the thing to note is that Turner's list, despite being as aggressive as it was, almost half of his list was ineffective against that deck.
Well, it's not surprising.
It is not surprising.
Dimitri's whole gimmick
is controlling
to
foundations.
Control and
take
your opponent's options away from you, but he doesn't need any options. Bombman's options are on his character card. It's the most powerful card in his deck.
Absolutely. And the life gain, as good as it is, doesn't come alive as fast enough.
Well, against Tomahawk Man, the other deck in the format that runs few foundations, the life gain is really good.
It is, yeah. It's because it's not as explosive early.
Right.
Yeah. It does check your blocks though very well.
Yes,
Yeah.
it does.
Now, if you have half blocks, I apologize to you. you
Yeah.
will be eating that damage.
Looking at Turner's list, nothing too surprising here as far as Dimitri's go.
Exactly.
Not surprised he didn't bring Revoke in. I don't think it's terribly useful.
Yeah,
in this
it wouldn't
matchup.
do much in this matchup in particular.
Oh, speaking of Turner,
speaking of the devil, how are you?
We have Mr. Turner backstage here. How are you? Oh, actually, you probably can't hear us because you're not on here.
All right, let's.
I'm not doing great after.
Oh, here, get a headset.
We're gonna get him a headset. We're gonna do
okay, all right, let's do a
impromptu interview here.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
yeah,
Mr. Turner, that match did not seem to go your way. It felt like Rodney just got very lucky with those sacrifices.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that that's really what his deck is to do. I think he, a lot of the time he mulligans for them. He didn't sacrifice me in one of the turns. I know he did sacrifice me in 3 out of 4 turns. That was a 4-turn set. At least for me, I played 4 turns.
Absolutely.
I am not as experienced with Demitri. My deck is sort of made to damage reduce, and Bomb Man is just made to put the work in on damage reduction decks.
And Sean and myself were actually talking about this. It really does hurt your deck to not be able to flip a foundation every turn.
Yeah, well, not only that. I mean, I was able to life gain, but gaining the 2 life, like his deck is very strong. Rodney's deck is very innovative, and yeah, I was impressed with it. It's something that we've talked about and worked on a little bit. It wouldn't surprise me if it won the tournament. It is 6-0 right now, and I think going into this round there will be only one more 6-0. It'll either be a Psyche or a Zoe, I believe.
Yeah, and I believe Clint Badger is the 5-0 Zoe, right?
I was told that it was a player
was
from.
defeated by Kevin Broberg.
Was he defeated by Broberg?
Yeah, I was told that the gentleman was from Reno, but I do not recall his name.
Now, Turner, when you sideboarded, did you bring any cards in?
I didn't. No, I just I tried to show my sideboard to stream, but I didn't bring anything in. My sideboard is 3 Scorn Beauties, 3 Revokes, and 2 Herald of Germania. Yeah. So, looking back on the matchup, maybe sideboarding Revoke to negate the Mega Ball enhance might be a good play against that deck. I mean, I lost so fast in the first game. Scorn Beauty I know wasn't going to do anything. Of course, Herald wasn't going to do anything. Rodney didn't even play any non-attack cards the whole match. So probably in hindsight, I would look into sideboarding the Revokes. I think that might be a good call if I get a chance to play the matchup again. Yeah.
May I ask you a question? Despite this match, let's take a little focus off that. You are currently 5-1.
5-1.
Going into next round, are you guaranteed a shot at the top 16?
I guess we'll have to see what happens results-wise.
Yeah.
But
are there any other Dimitris on his coattails? Do you think, Sean?
I don't think so. I haven't had a chance to look at the standings.
Garrison, I believe, was the only other Demitri in the tournament, and he unfortunately told me that he had 3 losses.
I see.
Not a good place to be.
Well,
this is going to shake out to be an interesting top 16 because there are a couple Zoes towards the top tables.
Yeah.
I think there's a couple.
There are,
Ferromans.
I believe, if I'm not mistaken, there are either 3, but it's very likely there's 4 X1 Zoes.
Oh.
And in UFS we have diversity, which means that no more than one person playing that character can get into elimination.
Regardless of the symbol.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and there are a lot of great builds of Zoe right now.
Yeah.
She's probably the best character in the format.
I would.
She's what the players believe the best character in the format is. I'll say that.
Well, this format hasn't even really been completely shaken down yet.
Right.
It's not, and it's going to change a lot come the 1st of June. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, because next week is the pre-release for the Street Fighter set, which is a 189 card set. We've had spoilers throughout the weekend here at Worlds, and with that set coming out, the King of Fighters set 1's going to rotate.
That is true. We lose a lot
of this
key
band's
cards.
favorite character is going to rotate.
Yeah, I'm a famous Clark player, but I've retired Clark. I retired him after Atlanta. I won a championship with Clark, a team's championship, and there's a list of characters that I'm looking to get a chance to play. I played Jetta in teams, Demitri. Those are both on that list. So I've really enjoyed it. I've really enjoyed playing Demitri today. Unfortunately, I don't have a lot of experience with the deck because my teammate was playing him for a while, and of course, diversity, we don't play the same character. So I think I'll have time to refine a deck, get some more tools into Street Fighter, and yeah, hopefully do well looking at playing him maybe in the future for sure.
Excellent. I think, you're saying you don't have much experience. A 5-1 record at a 128-person tournament.
Sure.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, I really
So I think that
appreciate
really speaks to your skill as a player.
Thank you.
And
thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you for having
Thank
this
you,
interview
guys.
with us.
Yeah.
All right. Have a good
Good
one,
luck
sir.
in the
Good luck
tournament.
in the next round.
Yeah. All right.
So
And
that was kind of a nice surprise
It was,
interview.
yeah, that was very fun. I very much enjoy talking to Turner. His views on the game are very positive.
Yeah, I was really glad he came back here. I don't know if Rodney will stop back here because, I mean, I'm not sure there's much for him to say other than, herp derp derp. I drew all these
exactly.
attacks.
Well, guys, I saw sacrifice 3 times.
So
and that was it.
I don't think Turner knew that Rodney was running
did
those
not know.
assets.
And he didn't check any of them either.
Yeah, so he had no indication.
No idea, yeah.
So
now, the thing, he did make a good point, though. If he brought the revokes in, he wouldn't have gotten multiple, maybe.
yeah, could have stopped the multiple, could have stopped the stun. And, I mean, Scorn Beauty would have stopped the multiple,
It's
too.
true,
And I
Scorn
had not
would've, yeah.
considered that because we didn't see that in the first game.
It's true, and that card is a lot more live, too. He doesn't get stunned either in that scenario, which is super important.
Yeah.
If Super Mega Buster comes in, stunned 2, your board is done.
I mean, you still have to give up a foundation.
It's true, you do.
Forever.
Exactly. It is a hard read in that situation. You do have to make that the educated guess.
Yeah, I mean, it's really hard to say. We could sit back here and talk about what we would have done all day,
and then
but we weren't sitting out
exactly.
there.
And we watched the match, and it just unfolds in a completely different way.
Yeah.
And we were talking about that too. We didn't know Turner was going to attack that turn. We
No.
thought he could have negative stolen and just poked.
Yeah, I thought he was going to put the negative stolen in his card
I did
pool.
too.
Picked up some vitality. He did have the misfortune of drawing a lot of non-blocks.
Yeah, the Surveyor off the Templar was just, and the Search Snake in his
I
hand.
feel like he should have reviewed that search snake.
I do too. Well, the thing is, had he attacked with the negative stolen, put the negative stolen in play with Demitri, played the Search Snake, he could have gotten at least 6 life that turn total, right?
He could have, but we wouldn't have had the opportunity to play those foundations he
That's
played.
true. It's true. It's a rough call, but if had he not checked, so I guess what's the word I'm looking for here? Not weird, but just so awkwardly.
I mean, he checked poorly.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any
There's
two ways
any
about
terminology about to go about
the
that.
checks did not go his way,
Yeah.
and that's UFS.
It is the construction of your deck. You take as much risk as possible when you put such high impact attacks like Darkside Master into the game. Yeah.
Alrighty, so I think that's going to be it for now. We're getting ready they're going to finish up round number 6 here, and then round 7, that's going to be the last round of the night before we cut to elimination.
It is true, and then we will find out if Mr. Turner gets to move on.
Alrighty,
Yeah.
we'll see you guys here in a little bit.
Exactly.